Okay. Hey there. Um, today's yeah, a an interesting day. I will talk about things that really mess with me currently. Things that are very difficult for me. While I draw Aibos off from people, like I asked people if they could send me their Aibos so I could draw them. Um, yeah. Wait, forgot to open can. Drink. So yeah, 2025 has been a really rough year, very difficult. And I want to talk about it because I feel like it helps me. I think I will actually decrease the volume of the music a little. Yeah, if anyone is watch, please let me know if the music is too loud. Okay, so the first Aibos series is from Cameron, and yeah, I will draw him first. Okay, so also, first of all, don't go after the people mentioned, and second of all, this video will have heavy topics. If you're not comfortable with, you know, heavy stuff like suicide, then you should probably not watch my stream. Yeah. But yeah, so by now, ex-boyfriend. If I call him boyfriend, it's because I'm not used to calling him ex, because I broke up with him like 2 days ago. So yeah, sorry if I still call him boyfriend. It's not on purpose. Okay, so I okay, how do I even say? Okay, so we met on Tinder, you know, the app. Fell in love pretty shortly after we met. Yeah, we started visiting each other. All went great. Of course, there had been drama here and there, but every relationship has drama. Um, yeah, It's not easy to concentrate right now. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, sure if okay, I'm not sure if you can even hear the music anymore, but yeah. Uh, so I have to have to um Google something. Oh, sorry, I not too loud sound. Okay, yeah, okay, sorry. I keep losing track. Yeah. So I met him online. Uh, like 1.5 years later, we moved in together. We lived 3 years together. Up until January 2025, we met 2020, 1st August. And we we yeah we okay, no, sorry, I started wrong. So in 2025, mid-January, roughly, my boyfriend was already very bad physical health, psychological health, mental health. He was not doing good at all. Actually, like I struggle with severe depressions. Like 2 years. It started, I think, 2022, and yeah, I went to therapy and got help. But of course, it was a difficult time for both of us. We lived together, and sometimes I would become ragey. I started fights with him, which I'm still sorry for it. Yeah, I just yeah started a lot of fights, and he was in my way because I didn't hit anybody else. Until the point I got a therapist, which was very hard. I live in Germany and I don't have to pay for it, luckily, because I had financial struggles. I couldn't work. I was having, I wasn't, I was not only mentally sick, but I actually had or still have a chronic disease. And it drained so much energy of me that I became really tired and had no motivation for anything because of the tiredness. So it was really hard for me. I still have that sickness, but I take medication now, and so it's fine. And my therapist helped me a lot with the mental health struggles. And I am really thankful for that. It was such a struggle to get that therapist. 3-month struggle. I had to call a lot of therapists at that time. Yeah, my boyfriend drove me to doctors sometimes, but like he dealt with his own life most of the time. But he actually, when I started fighting with him, he understood, and he never went into the fights. He was like, I know you are not doing well, I know you don't want to fight, so I will not encourage you to fight with me. Yeah, so he was really supportive in that time. I had suicidal thoughts too, but I overcame them with my therapist. I am now much better, and yeah, that was like a struggle for us. We loved each other, but it was hard. Carrying, like, I mean, I was bedbound pretty much most of the time. Because of my sickness, I couldn't move. And because I got so dizzy. So I had to rest a lot. But we went on walks together sometimes, which was very helpful. Because, you know, we stuck together, made it, we actually did it, and yeah, it was a crazy time for me and for him too. So yeah, have to Google something for reference. I need more references. Want to have your mouth open. And yeah, so he was there. He didn't leave me. Felt like we grew together as a couple. Yeah, I feel like my mental health struggles and my sickness, my physical health struggles, I I feel like it led to my boyfriend getting struggles too. Still feel very sorry about that. What happened? Sick. Change it. But I did improve. Like I went to therapy regularly every week. And I got better. I had to overcome a lot of struggles because stuff happened with me not related with my boyfriend. Yeah, I was dealing with a lot of mental pain too because of my sickness. Yeah, it was only a matter of time until I got depression. Yeah, my boyfriend was there and he never left me, but mental health went bad. And I really felt guilty because of that. He worsened. Like when like it was like I got better, but he worsened. I searched for a therapist for him. 3 months. It was like when I searched for a therapist for myself. He couldn't search for a therapist because he was at work. So, yeah, so I did it for him. I did find one eventually, but like it already took 3 months to even get to that point, but she wasn't a match for my boyfriend. But he still tried. But it just got worse. And I thought he was better. He was pretty good at pretending that he's fine. Then he tried to take his own life. It was January. Mid-January. He decided like at that time I worked at a company that was really bad to its co-workers. It was winter and they didn't had like the heater didn't work for years, and it was under 13 degrees Celsius, not minus but like 13. And I 3 months sick. I still went to work, but I had fever and I had to call in sick for like 2-3 times, something around that. I had a flu. I was throwing up. I was not doing good. It got to the point where I asked my boss if I could leave for the day because I wasn't feeling good, and he just said no, I'm staying, which is actually against the law, which I later found out. And yeah, anyway, I was throwing up at night and asked my boyfriend if I should go to work, but I don't want to lose my job because I had been sick for 3 times, something like that. And he actually, like, he told me I need to go to work because they will fire me if I don't. He guilt tripped me to go to work. You should obviously not go to work if you throw up, if you have fever. Don't. I had to drive to work like 40 minutes. And what if I, had to throw up while driving? It's just not a good idea. Right. Why sick? I went to work, and my boyfriend did not want me home because he planned to end his life that day. That was the reason why he told me to go to work. And he told me when I got home from work, like he messaged me when I was still at work, saying I got to tell you something. And I asked if it's good or bad because I did not know at that time. I really didn't. And he then said, depends on how you look at it. And so when I got home, I saw all the things that he used to end his life. I will not try to get into too much detail, but he tried to inject something with a syringe. It did not work because the syringe was too thick. When this didn't work, he bound himself to a chair with those cable, they're called, but zip ties. No, yeah, zip ties. He bound himself to a chair with zip ties, and so he couldn't free himself because he put a plastic bag on his head. He wanted to suffocate himself. He was able to free himself, but he decided to tell me that he tried to kill himself. I nearly got panic attacks. I could not breathe properly. And this is like, he actually, like, he yawned in that moment and said, sorry that I'm yawning, but this is boring me. Like, having that I have panic attacks and I couldn't breathe. At the other hand, he also asked if he should call an ambulance because I wasn't breathing sometimes. We didn't call an ambulance for me. Yeah, it was heavy and hurt him. He wasn't emotional at all about what he had tried to do. He laughed and said, I'm good at lying, because he or he said he's good at acting because he pretended that he's doing better. In reality, he wasn't doing better at all. It was just getting worse. I was devastated. Really. The next day, he wasn't able to inject anything into himself. Like he was not in danger anymore. The next day I asked him if he could call the suicide hotline, which he did after I had to convince him to call the suicide hotline. And he eventually did, and of course I didn't go to work that day. I just wanted to be there for him. I couldn't go to work. How could I? But yeah, the suicide hotline called an ambulance to give him a checkup. The ambulance, they called the police because I don't know, with a law or something, but they weren't allowed legally to transport him to the hospital, so they had to call the police to transport him to a hospital, like to a psychiatry. So yeah, the police drove him to the psychiatry. I drove behind them, and yeah, I waited at the, it's called ICU. I'm not sure, but where the emergency, at the emergency waiting. Where people wait for when people go to the emergency. But I really don't know what it's called. But yeah, I waited there for my boyfriend to turn up to get out of there. Yeah, he got in psychiatry right away. Yeah, I visited him a lot of times when he was there. And thing was, we were actually moving out of our apartment because our landlord raised the prices, and he was also an asshole. He was not a good person, and we did not want to spend any more money on him. But we only had 2 months time to get a new apartment, and my boyfriend actively kind of sabotaged me that I couldn't find an apartment. I was completely alone with this, try to find an apartment for us. I was still thinking he's doing better at that point. It was before he tried to kill himself. Yeah, I was completely alone trying to find a new apartment. He did not help me at all, which is understandable. I did not understand at that time well, but I still tried to find a new apartment. We couldn't find one in time, so we had to move in with my parents. But yeah, he did pack a few boxes, but my family, because he went to psychiatry, my family and I, we did the whole moving. His parents didn't help because they weren't supposed to find out about what he tried, that he wanted to kill himself. They shouldn't know, so we were on our own. But my parents were amazing. They helped so much. It's amazing how they helped me, and they helped me also mentally. My family helped me a lot through this time. Yeah, I visited him really often at psychiatry. He wasn't a close psychiatry. He was there 3 weeks in total because they couldn't do anything for him. Yeah, so they just, threw him out of there. Left him by himself, kinda. But yeah, my boyfriend lived with me, with my parents. A few weeks, I think, we lived together there. In that time, my car broke down when I tried to drive to work, and I really love that car. I can't explain why, but I love it so much. It's my first car, and it's so important to me. And so I was really, really sad about that. Because the repair shop told me that it would be 1,800 euros, which I could not afford, and it's too much because I didn't even pay that much for my car in the first place. But my boyfriend actually, which was so amazing of him, because my car died at a city where I worked. Like the repair shop was stupidly priced. But my family knew a repair guy, which could repair cars in a very, very, very affordable price. So we gave it a shot, but of course I didn't know if we could save the car. And yeah, towing services, it would have cost me over 1,000 of euros, because the other repair guy was 50 kilometers away from the repair shop my car was in, and my car could not drive anymore. It didn't even turn on anymore. Like, the motor didn't start. The electricity still worked, but the motor did not start anymore. So my boyfriend towed my car. Like, I was in my car, he was in his car, and he towed it 50 kilometers to the other repair shop. He didn't even know if we could save my car. But yeah, actually, he was able to save my car, the guy, the repair shop, for under 400 euros. So, of course, I was super happy about it. And boyfriend here, he actually saved my car, and I was so happy. I was just so heartbroken with the thought that my car could just, could have just died on me. No, could have completely broken, and it was saddening to me. But yeah, my boyfriend helped me with that so much, and so thankful. Yeah, I we he got, you know, he didn't get any better, so he had to go to psychiatry again, but this time he went to a different psychiatry. He wasn't close psychiatry there for a few days, and then they moved him to an open one. I don't know anymore if he tried something in this time again. Yes, he did. I actually remember. He drove to a bridge and wanted to jump down. He cut, like, there were like wires, so people could not jump down, but he cut those. Yeah. He wasn't able to jump down. So I was glad about that, but like, he was still at that bridge and called me. I was worried about him because he said he will go swimming, but he did not come back. So I was very worried about him. And yeah, when he told me about the bridge, I called police because I was worried when he drove home, because it was an hour, like 1.5 hours away from me, and I was afraid that if he tries to drive home, he could try to kill himself while driving. So I called police. But the police actually waited for him then at home. He came home and I told him about the police, so he, you know, wouldn't be scared of anything, and they brought him to the psychiatry. He was not mad at me that I called police on him. He was mad at himself that he told me, and I was sad. I felt so sorry. You should not, you know, nobody should think I regret telling you about anything. I felt like I had broken his trust to me, and I was just worried about him, but he did not hold it against me. I visited him a lot of times. Yeah, the cat of my parents. I loved this cat very much, but he got sick, and at some point it seemed like he would die. I was extremely heartbroken. I already so much for me, and I love this cat so much. I thought he would die, but luckily he did not, but it just scared me. I lost my job then because my boss thought I had stolen from the cash register, because I was like the only one in the cash register. But no, there was this rule when you log in at your cash register, like the first person who logs in, and everyone else uses your credentials to log in, which is absolutely messed up. Yeah, after 3 months when I worked there, you know, there was money missing. Like, was I think 3 or 4 times where 80 to 100 euro went missing each time. So like almost 400 euro went missing. Of course, because I was the only one working at the cash register, I got blamed for it. Because everyone used my credentials. Anyone could have stolen it. But I was blamed, but my boss could not, you know, he could not prove that I did anything wrong. But I was still in like a test time. There's like this test time where he could fire me without any reason. And yeah, I was without a job. I lost my job and it was hard. Yeah. So I went down. Like I actually recovered not long ago from my own mental health from that sickness, and now I was getting worse again. I had suicidal thoughts. I Googled things. I just wanted to die. So much had happened, and I just did not want it to live anymore. So I went to psychiatry myself. But fortunately, I could go to the same psychiatry as my boyfriend was in at that time. It was not the same building, but in the same area. The first day I got into psychiatry, he told me over WhatsApp that he's ending the relationship. And I was so broken, heartbroken at that moment. It just felt so bad. I was in such a bad time. So much had happened, and the one I needed most at that time just dumped me. I know he was not doing good too, and I think it stressed him that I went to the same psychiatry as he was. This hurt me so much. I felt so bad. I had to actually, no, I had to Sandy alone. Actually, like, it was very sudden too. He was like, he just ended the relationship just like that. We were just, you know, messaging each other. Not just, he knew I went in psychiatry. At that day, he knew that we talked about it, we wrote about it, we made silly jokes and all that, and then he just left me. Yeah, I actually, it was difficult, but I got better, not because of the psychiatry. It was actually because of the help of my family. And as cruel as it sounds, but it actually helped me when he ended the relationship with me, because I could focus on myself. I was only there for my boyfriend. I wasn't focusing on me. You know, I did, and I focused on getting better. My boyfriend and I were apart for a month before we came together again, seemingly per coincidence. But we, like, I struggled, but I actually I wasn't long in psychiatry. I was in open psychiatry too. But I was only there for 1.5 weeks because I couldn't sleep there, and sleep is so important for mental health. I had to leave. It was just too noisy there. My roommate brushed her teeth in the middle of the night, and you know, she was pretty loud. She snored very loudly. It was not her fault, but I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't get a room alone. But yeah, it was loud there. The closed psychiatry was just under me, like under. I was in first story, and yeah, under us there were the closed psychiatry, and they screamed at night. It was scary. So yeah, I went home and improved on my mental health. I did it with the help of my family, but mostly with my own strength. I improved. But I was still heartbroken. I missed my boyfriend. Went from him, seeing him every week, seeing at all, because I wasn't welcome anymore. So yeah, we got together 1 month ago. 1 month. Like 1 month later, we got together. And made things work out. And he was in psychiatry for over 4 months, I think. It was over 4 months. Yeah, I then visited him again because we were together again. We went to a theme park together. Just made sure we were having a good time, that he was feeling loved and, you know, secure, that he had someone to lean on. Yeah, we were together over half a year then. And, you know, it was very beautiful at first. And I thought he started to change now, because he actually, he treated me pretty bad in that time. But he seemed like he improved. Also mentally. But I thought he, you know, was improving, and no, we a few weeks ago, I told him that I don't feel too loved. Like, he did not message me about, you know, us. He did not wish me a good day or ask me if I'm fine. And yeah, so I told him I was feeling a bit, you know, I was feeling. Oh wait, I've actually forgot a part. Yeah, wait, I forgot a part, a big part. Okay, so when we went together, I don't know how long it was. I think a few months. He told me he will. He got out of psychiatry, and I thought we could finally, you know, share a bed together again, and I wouldn't sleep alone, and that he would be there by my side again. But he told me that he wants to move away from me. But I thought, okay, but you know, he told me he will move away in a few days. And I thought, okay, but at least we have a few days together. But he stayed at his parents and only told me per coincidence that he would not come home to me. So I was so heartbroken again. He told me that he was 90% sure that he wants to end a relationship, but he wants to have a break so he can see if or how much he would miss me in that time, if he, you know, wants to continue the relationship based on that. So yeah, we did not message each other or talk or anything for, I think, a week or so. Then we went back to being together actually, and he told me he tried to kill himself again when he was at his parents', but he planned that for some time, and that he only moved away and told me that he wants to break up with me, so that it doesn't hurt me as much. This was his reasoning. But yeah, he went to psychiatry at his new location, which was 2.5 hours driving time away from my place. His parents lived pretty far away. So yeah, he went to psychiatry for, I think, a week or something like that. But he improved. He got medication and he started to improve. At least that's what he told me. I don't know exactly if he was lying again or not, but I hope he is better now. He got a job again and everything seemed great. But then I noticed that, you know, I didn't felt much loved. Oftentimes we would visit each other. would drive to the other. It was 2.5 hours. We spent a weekend together. Oftentimes when I asked if we want to meet, he said no. Because last time wasn't great for him. So often we did not meet. And I felt like he loved me less. He did not check on me. He only wrote about, you know, like small talk stuff, but not like, hey, how are you? Are you okay? Stuff like that. I also got a new job too. I will tell you later about it. But yeah, I talked to him about that. It was like, I think 4 weeks ago. In person, I talked with him. And I felt, you know, like I felt a little bit, not unloved, but less loved. And I just wanted him to, you know, check on me and let me call more often. You know, it's basic relationship things, not a luxury. And yeah, in that moment we weren't even fighting, but he told me, you are not important for me. It wouldn't bother me if you die. This is what he told me. And I broke down crying in this exact moment. And he did not say that he's sorry or anything. He did not try to comfort me. It just felt awkward that I was crying. And yeah, like that Monday, so 3 days ago or 4 days ago. Yeah, Monday I noticed how much it affected me, so I wanted to talk about it with him. We did not have contact for 4 days. We didn't spend New Year's together, and we hadn't talked for 4 days. I was waiting for him to, you know, come to me and, I don't know, saying that he's sorry or checking on me, anything. And he came. I messaged him then asking, hey, could we talk in 40 minutes? And like 10 minutes later he read it. Like it showed that he read it. But he did not write anything back. Nothing. I waited. The 40 minutes were over. And the hours passed and nothing. And at that point I was worried that he planned something again. So I messaged his mother if he was doing okay, and she said, yeah, I will, you know, tell him that you try to reach him. You know, I was also angry too because he read my message but ignored me. I would not write, can we talk about something if it wasn't important? And it felt like he was purposely ignoring me. I was also worried but angry too, because it could be possible that he just ignored my message. Yeah, his mother informed him and said, and he said, yeah, I will call. I will, I will write her. I will message her. So he did. Then he wrote, should I be afraid? Because I wanted to talk. And yeah, then we called. I told him about what he said to me a few weeks ago. He did not remember it. He also said that he did not ignore my message, that he didn't read it, supposedly. I don't know. Said that he probably misclicked or something, but he did not know that I messaged him. I don't know if that is true. Yeah, I asked him about it, and and his responses were like, when I told him it hurt me that he said I'm not important to him, that it wouldn't bother him if I died. And his responses were to this, why didn't you say something sooner? I literally bursted out in tears at that moment. It's obvious that it hurt me. And even if I did not cry, it would hurt anyone. Anybody would be hurt from that. From hearing that from, the person that is supposed to love you the most. But no, he blamed me pretty much that I did not speak out to him. But it was obvious that it hurt me. I cried. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then he said, yeah, well, it happened. I can't change it. And that's just how I was in that moment. I told him that, I would appreciate it if we could at least, say that he's sorry about it. But he said, he finds it, he doesn't want to say sorry because it wouldn't change anything. And, I said it would be a good start. I only said sorry very forced. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want to hear from me? Well, he did not sound like he was sorry. He said he did not regret it. He also said that if he could change that, he said that he would, but he also said that he doesn't regret it. Yeah, made me sad and angry, so we had a fight. And we said to each other that we wanted to end the relationship. But, in anger. But my boyfriend, he said, I don't want to break up in a fight. Let's decide in 2 weeks if we want to stay together or not. And I didn't want to wait. We ended the call. Like, okay, we had some small talk too afterwards, so we calmed ourselves down. But I did not want to wait 2 weeks. It would have been torture. So the next day, it was on Tuesday, I asked if he could call again, and then told him I don't want to wait. It would stress me out and nothing would change. Like, I asked him if he would be willing to put work to, to put work into the relationship, that we could work together on it. And he said no. He does not want to work on it. So I said, okay, then I want to break up. And his response was, oh, then I made the Minecraft server for nothing. This was his response. Over 5 years. of a relationship, and his response was that he made the Minecraft server for nothing. Yeah, I thanked him for the time and wished him well. He just said, "Yeah, you too," and same goes to you. That was it. He asked me if I wanted to be friends with him, but if he doesn't want to, you know, see, if he wasn't willing to work on a relationship and if he was treating me that way, why would anything change when he had a friendship? I don't want to be friends. You know, nothing would change if we were friends. He would still treat me like that. Yeah, that was the end of our relationship, and of course it was so sad to me. But on the other side, I felt relieved. I felt like my chest felt lighter. I felt better. I didn't feel as trapped. I didn't feel trapped anymore. I felt kind of free. And you know, I'm a little bit sad, of course, but you know, I endured so much in this relationship. I did so much for him. I did not get much back. The year 2025 and no, start of this year were just torture for me. It was so bad for me. I went through so much. And you know, he did not had any consequences treating me that way. And he took me for granted, and I just let him do that with me. No. Then he told me that I was important and that it wouldn't bother him if I die. This broke me. This, you know, broke the camel's back. This was the cherry on the cake. It was. I did so much for him, more than most people would do. I stayed longer than most would have. He just, you know, I had enough. It was clear he didn't love me anymore. So why even stay? Why put in that much effort completely alone in a relationship where it's meant that both people put in effort, not only one person? I got out of it and I feel better, honestly. And you know, I don't want to get back together with him anymore. Only if he would change, but I don't think he will. I really wish him well. I really hope he will do better and, you know, find his happiness, you know, but I'm glad that I, you know, had the courage to end it. It wasn't even the first time, like, you know, when he broke up with me when I was in psychiatry. It wasn't even the first time he broke up with me. He broke up with me like 1 year after we started dating. All of a sudden he broke up. Just you know, or WhatsApp, like the second time. All of a sudden, no, without saying anything. At least it felt like that for me. Maybe there were hints and I did not see them. But yes, this was just what I wanted to went about. I was going through so much. I was doing so much for him, and yeah, in the end that that did not even matter. I truly hope that he will find peace and he will be happy. I really hope he will find the cause of his problems. No, that he can live a happy life. I don't want him to have the feeling that he has to end it. I don't want him to have that. It's horrible. I can't imagine how bad it must have felt for him. Honestly, it must have been so bad. I loved him, I really did, and I tried everything I could to help him get better. In the end, you know, it was enough, but you know, it wasn't appreciated at all. It was just, you know, torture for me. As bad as it sounds, it was torture. And I wouldn't even tell, I wouldn't tell anyone the things he told me, let alone the most important person in my life. It's horrible. I don't understand. You know, it makes me feel shit. Like, what have I done wrong? Why did he do that? Why did he say that stuff? What have I done to deserve this? I didn't get it. I was there for him the whole time. But he, you know, took me for granted. In the end, he lost me. Not even like an hour after I broke up with him, he messaged me on WhatsApp about like streaming service accounts and 5 messages, you know. We just broke up. Give me a break. This breakup was so hurtful for me. It was so bad for me, but he didn't even, you know, give me a break. And it's, I don't, like, why? What have I done to you? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Just, you know, leave me be. Stop rubbing salt into the wound. Let me go. That was my fault. When he messaged me 5 times, I told him, you know, we just broke up. Please, you know, I need time for myself. And he said, okay, yeah, I understand. Something like that. He wrote that, and not even, like, I think 7 minutes after this message, said, no stress, like, take your time, like, please, you're disrespecting that I need time for myself again. Like the other message, like the last message you sent, no stress, just, you know, or I don't know what he wrote exactly, but he wrote, I think he wrote no stress, the first message. That was enough. And then 7 minutes later, he wrote, take as much time as you need. Why? Why even, like, stop it? I asked basically to be left alone in the most polite way possible. I said I need time for myself, and he, yeah, since then he respected that, actually. I think, I don't know, I muted him, and I think he respected it. Yeah, I couldn't even catch a break. That was, yeah, fucking messed up, seriously. Not only that thing, but the whole thing. The whole thing. Like, why? What have I done? Seriously. I did nothing but love you. And you disrespect me even when I end things out of my own safety. No, I noticed I was eating more, buying more stuff. I am addicted to buying stuff. I'm addicted to eating. So I noticed that, yeah, I was getting worse mentally. It was stressing me. That, you know, that relationship was stressing me. I haven't noticed it, but, you know, finally did then. And I finally said, you know what? I will end it. There's no use. There's no point. There's no point. I love him so much, but no, I love him too much. There wasn't any point me staying. So yeah, that was my whole journey. So much happened, and I finally decided it was enough. I finally ended it. I should have done it much sooner, but I believed that we could, you know, do it, and I wanted to help him. I wanted to be there for him. You know, if you can't support your significant other in their hardest time, then, you know, why even have a relationship then? So I stayed. I really hope he's doing better, as he told me. That he will find his happiness. I really hope. I truly wish him the best. But yeah, it was hell. It was just hell for me. I hope I don't ever have to do anything like that again. But now I know better. I'm strong now. I will not endure so much again. I'm done with this. I have given my best. I was, in my opinion, a good partner. I loved him, I was there. He didn't. He didn't love me. But, yeah. What, you know? What should you do about it? Just leave. Wasn't easy. But was, you know, was an awesome decision. I should have done it sooner. Yeah, I don't hate him, but now I love myself more. I chose myself. I did not want to, you know, feel any more pain. I was doing worse mentally. This whole... I don't blame him for that. He also, you know, when he was in psychiatry, when he broke up with me, like, you know, half a year ago, something like that, when I was in psychiatry, he said I was the cause of his mental health. That I must be the problem. Like, who would say something like that? Your loved one? Who would do that? It's just gruesome. Don't understand it. I would never say anything like that. Anyone even. Yeah, the whole story, I guess. I had to get it off my chest. I did talk with coworkers about it. So I did get, no, a little bit of help. With that. No, when I told my coworker that my boyfriend told me that I wasn't important, that that he wouldn't bother if I was dead. My coworker was shocked. She was shocked how anyone could say something like that to his loved one. She said, I wouldn't even say that to my enemy. This is just cruel. Wouldn't say that to anyone. She was right. Like, how could you say that to anyone? Let alone someone you supposedly love. Yeah, it was messed up. And I'm glad I'm not in this relationship anymore. I'm honest. This was taking a huge toll on me, on my mental health. And in the end I learned you can't help anyone that does not want to be helped. No? If someone shows you that they don't want the help, don't bother. Go away. It's not worth it. No, it's... It also, like, it doesn't mean that you can't get back together again, but only if he would change, and I don't think he will. I honestly don't think he will. Yeah, I hope nobody has to, you know, go through all I had been through. I know. I learned lesson, valuable lesson. And yeah, I'm free now. I feel free. It might sound cruel, but it really felt like I was trapped. And yeah, also I know there's a possibility that my ex could watch my stream, you know? Maybe feels, you know, bad about it, or, you know, gets angry or whatever. I do know there's a risk of that, but honestly I don't care. You know, if he can't stand what he did to me, then that just means that what he did to me was fucking horrible. Excuse my language, but it was fucking horrible. And if he is like, if he gets angry at that, I don't know, that I, you know, that I speak up about it, then so be it. I don't care. I did so much for him. I'm done. I'm done. Done with him. Not done with my life though. Also, I told you I will tell you about my job. And I love my job. I work at a toy store at the baby area. And I sell baby related art products like strollers, car seats, also, you know, toys for babies too, you know, the usual stuff. And I love my job. I love it so much. I love my co-workers. Like, they supported me so much during all this, and I just love them. I'm so grateful for them. I can't imagine, you know, going through this without them. They were all amazing. You know, they They were there for me. They showed me that people actually love me. People love me and I felt love. I'm so grateful for them. I've been working there for almost 7 months now, and the best job I ever had. I just love my job. I love, you know, talking with the customers and selling them things. Just, you know, having small talk with them, making jokes with them. I just love that. I really love that. I'm so happy that I finally got a job. So great. And actually, like, was a few days ago at Friday. You know, I didn't had my medication anymore. I had an empty box of my medication in my night table. So I didn't notice that I don't have anything anymore. And I didn't knew how bad this would turn out. But it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad. It was a Friday. I felt so dizzy the whole day. I felt so bad. And I was tired and all my symptoms from my sickness came back all at once. It felt like, no. And I actually felt like I was fainting every step I took. And you know, I told a coworker, so somebody knew, and she said, please go up to the office and tell our chef, tell our boss. And so I told her, and it's also like when the boss is away, she's the boss then at that time. No, don't know what it's called in English, sorry, but she was there too. So I told them, hey, sorry, you know, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling very dizzy, and because I didn't took my medication for 2 days. Yeah, it was my fault. I told them, and I just wanted to let you know. And wow, their reaction. Wow. So my boss, you know, looked at me and said, Samantha, you're not looking good. By the way, my name is Samantha. Yeah, you're not looking good. Please, would you lay down? And we will bring you something to drink with sugar in it. Maybe to stabilize you. And so they even jokingly said, if you don't lay down when we come back, you know, like, like they jokingly said that. So of course I laid down. And they brought me something to drink and something sweet to eat to help me, and I stayed there laying. They weren't calling reach, so yeah, they were checking on me and they were helping me get up. They were just super worried that I could collapse, that I could just, you know, faint. So yeah, I waited then that my other coworker She also works in the same area as me, in the baby area. And I waited that she came so that I wasn't alone while working. Of course, nobody wanted me to work anymore, but I haven't fainted yet. I felt okay enough, to at least, walk a bit and, do something. And I always sat down when I wasn't feeling good. I was around people, so if anything would happen, I have people who are there for me, who would be able to help, to call help, or whatever. Yeah, so that was 2 p.m. and work was over at 2:30 p.m. No, I was not doing much. I just sat, drank a lot of, drank a lot. My coworkers were there for me. They were worried of me. They understood. Like, they were super. They were so understanding, even if it was my fault for not taking my medication, because I didn't have any left. Yeah, they. I told them that I think that I can drive home because, I'm sitting in my car, it should be fine. And they said they are already getting stomach ache when I said that. Like, they weren't feeling great about me saying that. They said, please call someone to drive you. It was a 30-minute ride, and they said, please get someone to drive you home. So I called my dad, and he picked me up, and they all wished me well, that I get better. And it was so cute. I was able to get medicine then. My doctor was not open, so I could not get any medication of them. But I was actually get them from an online doctor, luckily. So, and she said I will get better tomorrow. So yeah, I got a message from my coworker from the baby area, and she said, "Are you okay? Are you doing better? Did you get your medication?" It was so cute, and she told me, "Please stay home tomorrow. We can, we can do this without you, Please stay home." And I did not stay home, but my father drove me to work. Of course, my car was still at work too, but I did not feel good at all in the morning. But since the doctor told me I will get better, I thought, no, if I really get worse, I could, just let me drive home again. I just did not want to miss just because of my own fault. Even if my coworkers, my chefs were so understanding of it, I did not want to, call in sick just because I forgot my medication. But yeah, the doctor was right. I actually got better then, in a few hours. In my work, I have to climb a lot of ladders. I have to climb a ladder a lot. And so I did not do that, obviously, because I was so dizzy. Everyone was understanding. My coworker was like, she was shocked that I was there. Because she was so worried, and I said, I'm feeling better, It's all good. I'm feeling much better. Don't worry about me. And yeah, it was so Yeah, they were just all worried about me. You know? What awesome coworkers they are. And this, this whole situation, it was preventable, but everyone was there for me. Everyone was understanding. My coworkers also, she's so amazing. She, like the baby coworker, she always has a listening ear for me when I have worries. And when I told her that I broke up with my boyfriend, she was proud of me. Told me if, how I am now, if I'm, doing good. She's so sweet. She's just way too sweet. It's so beautiful having those people around me. I was not used to that. I was in toxic work environments most of the time, where I get accused of stealing and stuff. Even if I haven't, I would not even, who would be dumb enough to steal from their own cash register. But anyway, that's the best workplace I have ever been to, and those people are so amazing. Also, the work is amazing too. I love my job. Awesome. Of course, there are days which aren't, superior, but they're amazing. It's still amazing working there. It's so amazing. I can't imagine, not being there. It's just awesome place. Awesome co-workers. Treat me amazing. There you go. I feel so great there. I would not trade my job for anything. What an amazing experience working there. What amazing people work there. I just love it. I'm doing good now. Don't have to worry about me because of the medication. Like, I'm doing good, and I feel also good after that breakup. Hard as it might sound, but I'm really in pain. It was painful. I don't wish that on anybody to experience this. I just don't. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I actually want to use this one. I'm taking so long on this, but it's fine. Okay, I want to use circles, and I actually want them to be pretty big. Why can I not? Ah, here, there we go. I have to turn this down. Okay. This lighter color. like that. Actually, let's select it. Make a mask and, you know, color the whole area. Okay, I think this is fine. And we make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, this is good, I think. Maybe a little bit smaller, actually. Yeah, I think. So that seems good. We'll rasterize this. Can I without destroying the mask? Perfectly. Okay, perfect. No, wait. It did actually. Wait, it did apply the mask. Did it not? Supposed to. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, it's because of the mask. I want to have the whole area covered. Oh, that's why I locked transparent pixels. Okay, I'm a little bit stupid sometimes, but it's fine. Rasterize. Perfect. Okay. Now I will get the liquify tool and oh. Huh? I don't get it actually. Is it? Yeah, that's why. No, it's not. It shouldn't actually deform like that. This is not supposed to happen. No, it should happen like this. Somehow the mask is... Okay. I don't know why it's like that. It's so weird. I will, you know, maybe turn off snapping. Why is it like that? It's not supposed to be like that. Not supposed to move the mask. No, let's just do that. And there you go. See, that works. Okay. Let's go back to scrunching up. I want the illusion that this... Yeah, I'm really great at explaining here, right? Okay. That, like, that. So it feels more 3D. There we go. Now I can explain it. There we go. So I have to, you know, get this a little stretched out so it's bigger. No, actually, holes are too big. Oh, yeah, I think they are too big. Actually, I think this looks so good. Does it? I feel like it looks so good. So 3D, you know? Maybe like that? Maybe even like that? No, this is not good. I think more like that. Yeah, this looks 3D. I love that. That is amazing. Okay. Cool. I love that. Let's now convert it to transparency, but first I will, because I actually want to reverse it and then go to converse brightness to opacity. Now the dots are, you know, oh. My explanations are, you know, amazing. Pretty amazing. Okay, why not? Okay, it's fine. They don't, yeah, okay. And I don't want it black. It's a little bit too dark, is it? Geez, I'm taking so long with this but it's okay. It's okay. There we go. I hope they will appreciate it. I will actually make it go nowhere. I will select this section here. Great selection. But I will include this here too. And draw the neck. There. Oh, you know what? Actually, I will just do it on this layer. Does not matter anyway. I think the neck was... had this, yeah, this color roughly. Okay, I'm trying to color with stabilization, which does not work. Yeah, look at that. Oh wait, actually... no, I'm a little bit stupid. Let me correct my mistake. Oh, actually it's... they have to make a manual. Let's go with... and because I actually have like that because it's actually inside this layer. Okay, does it look alright? Yeah, I think it looks alright. Okay, now let's draw the arm, I guess. I actually clicked, there we go. I don't want to get the wrong color. Okay. And then I fill it. I will go into the chin layer and do the same with the arm. Perfect. So I can, you know, I will do shading and it would look amazing. I can actually merge this layer with... oh no, wait, it needs to stay on top. I'm a little bit stupid sometimes. Fun times. Yeah, I will draw the shapes now. The little silly stars. They are so cute, and I will snap them there. And like a little bit blue, are they? They seem a little bit blue. I will draw the little stars as good as I can. I'm not good at drawing stars. You know what? It looks fine. It looks fine. And those are not filled in. Oh, they are. They are actually filled in. Okay. There we go. And this one too. Perfect. And now we are filling these ones. Okay, it looks fine. This one is not filled in. So we have to do it like that. And this one is also not filled in. series has so cute star stickers. There you go. This one is filled in, so I can do it pretty roughly. And this one is filled in too. Okay. And I will do this. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cute? I think it's so cute. Oh, the earring! The earring! I almost forgot the earring. Okay, we will put it on this layer here. And let's mark this one real quick. Oh, no, wait, I did not want to do that. There we go. Little earrings. They are silver, so I will just use this color, as this is my silver. Oh, wrong pen. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then I can actually turn this off. And... So now it's perfectly snapped there. And I don't have to create two layers. The star, it's actually, yeah, I think it's molded into the metal ring. So I will just do that. Perfect. Oh my god, look at that. It looks cursed without his body. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, look at that. It's so cute. And he has this little earring too. Oh my god, he's so cute. I think he was a he. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if he isn't. Okay, I think it turned super great. Let's now get color everything, shade everything. Okay, let's just decide on the shading color. You know what? There are a lot of blues, so let's go with like a strong purple. With that, I think, yeah, like that maybe. Create a circle, and we will create. Be a bit on the warmer side, so like that. Yeah, that will be the highlights color. Maybe a little lighter actually. There we go. So now I will shade. The sketch anymore? Oh my god, look how cute he is. Okay, I will put this on multiply. I'm not sure about the strength yet, but let's copy this layer. And this actually, you know what? We will move the stickers down there because I won't shade the eyes because they will be glowing. It will make a really strong glow with the eyes. With rim lights and stuff, that would be fun, I think. I also, yeah, I know the eyes aren't accurate, but I never drew a 7 before, so please don't, you know, be too disappointed with me. I'm trying my best. It's not easy.